Please welcome to the stage, the painters.
Hello, we are the painters. Thank you for coming. We are curating a gallery in the lobby, and we need an audience volunteer tonight to paint our next masterpiece. Who would like to paint tonight? I am seeing some hands. That is helpful, while not required. It will help in painting. But every painting starts with pain. So to choose, I will choose whoever can exhibit that they have the most pain in their life. That woman there sounds like she's in much pain. Please come to the stage. This woman, everyone.
She does look like a window.
A window?
This guy. First, we must meet our artist. Artist, what is your name?
I'm Miranda
And what is your last name?
Hofferson.
Spell that for me.
Hoeferson.
Fast.
Yeah.
Miranda, where do you wish that you were born?
That's a tough question. Ooh, New Mexico.
That is no one's wish. And when do you wish you were born?
Ooh, 1952.
Very good. We must now get you ready to paint. Of course, you may not paint without this. Secondarily, this is an item you will need.
I'm so honored.
This will protect you from the evil paint. And last week's audience suggested that tonight you must incorporate this item, Post-it notes.
Okay. I'm really glad you have a whole thing.
Yes, there's many, because you have a lot of pain to express. Ladies and gentlemen, our artist will be Miranda. And we are the painters.
Nail clippers.
Nail clippers.
Nail clippers. Nail clippers. Nail clippers. We see a tiny set of nail clippers.
They are hanging from a ribbon.
They're hanging from a ribbon in a cabinet.
The ribbon is made of dental floss.
It's a trap!
porcelain is made from material that is distinctly not dental floss.
No other items hang in this cabinet other than the file.
Because it's a trap! There is a stain on the bottom of the cabinet that is red in color.
The cabinet is in on the trap.
The cabinet designed the trap.
This is in a bathroom. The tile is black and white checkered pattern.
There is a full bath and shower with a yellow curtain surrounding the bathtub.
The cabinet did not want the trap to be housed in the bathroom, but the rest of the house is under construction.
There's a porcelain toilet in the corner, and it too has a yellow curtain around it.
The toilet does not have a tank on the toilet itself. It has one of those tanks that's up on the wall and has a chain coming down from it.
It also has a see-through tube coming down, so you can see the water, the clean water coming down into the porcelain tub.
The toilet is in pristine condition. Someone has taken very good care of it.
There's a sink slightly off-center of the cabinet.
The sink
Has a clear tube where the dirty
water
and the clean water goes.
Because if you don't wash your hands,
then
it's clean.
The toilet seat lid is down.
Written on the toilet seat lid is Jim's Palace.
On the tube says jeans tube.
Throughout the immaculate bathroom, the faint yet detectable traces of footsteps coming down the spiral staircase can be detected.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention there's a spiral staircase in the middle of the bathroom.
That's the only way into the bathroom. There's no other door. It's just a spiral staircase.
It's a pristine staircase, but it's decorated with floss twirlies all around it.
And on the staircase it says Dan's Stairs.
At the very, where the ceiling is on this staircase, there's a, trap door you can open and close for privacy.
It's a trap!
There is about an 1/8 of an inch of standing water on the floor.
The staircase is in on the trap.
But somehow the standing water is not part of the trap.
Through the ceiling and the trapdoor is open. The first foot emerges and steps on the first stair. The toenails are incredibly way too long.
It is wearing sandals.
They're Birkenstock sandals from 25 years ago, and they've been worn every day.
As the legs come down another step, you can see that these legs are very, very hairy.
An old man wearing a toga descends the staircase, looking loftily right ahead. He has much on his mind.
He has an unkempt beard that goes down to his belly button.
He has fingernails so long that they are curling up around themselves like a world record holder.
His belly button hair has grown with his beard hair. It's now just one loop.
Even his eyebrow hair is too long and it covers his vision.
He has a gold chain around his neck, and it says Dan in cursive on it.
He reaches the bottom of the staircase and steps delicately into the water.
He is surprised by the water. But the water is not in on the trap.
He approaches the porcelain toilet and pulls back the curtain. He declines to sit on the toilet and only looks at it longingly.
Then he closes the curtain.
Normally, there is a plaque that says Dan's toilet. The plaque is missing.
The man is very disturbed by this.
The cabinet chuckles to itself.
When it chuckles, the flossy string jiggles a little bit.
On the other side of the cabinet, the side that is glued to the wall, We can see through it, and we see that it says Jim. Because the name of the cabinet is Jim.
The man opens the curtain leading to the shower.
Inside the shower, in the tub, there is a plaque. It is broken into many pieces.
It says D and plaque on different pieces.
The man looks at the pieces and tries to put them back together into his mind, not understanding what they originally were.
Dan remembers the day he first got this plaque. It was a long time ago.
The tiles of the bathroom begin spinning as Dan drifts off into memories once forgot.
We see a bright sunny day in a Midwestern city.
We see a small lemonade stand that has painted on it in children's handwriting, lemonade, and there's no E.
You see adult Dan just sitting there.
He has none of the beard. He is in fact completely hairless.
There is a large pile of nickels.
He stacked them so that no two piles have the same number of nickels in them.
He's wearing two hang-down earrings, and they both say Dan written in cursive.
He has only clear cups, so you can see that the liquid is clean inside them.
It's on a cul-de-sac, so there's not really much drive-by traffic.
But there is a spiral staircase in the middle of the cul-de-sac downwards.
It goes so far up that you can't see the top. It just approaches into the clouds.
It's decorated with grass shreds.
It continues down deep into the earth.
One time his dog got on the staircase and never came back.
We travel down the staircase into the earth. It gets colder and colder.
Ooh, it's getting a little bit cold now.
There's a little girl on the bottom of the staircase. She's wearing a cardigan.
Her skin is ghastly white and her eyes are red.
She wishes she wore a full sweater, because this area right here is cold.
She is floating a little bit, about 1/8 of an inch off the ground.
On her shoes, on her underwear, on her bra, and she's wearing a necklace, and she's got like eyebrows, and her eyebrows is written Jean. It's just Jean everywhere, on every piece of clothing.
There is a chapstick that floats in front of her, and even though her lips are very chapped, she can't reach the chapstick.
And she can't move her hands or she'll get too cold.
The chapstick is Chapstick's new brand, Very Cherry.
It smells very cherry.
A sign swings at the other end of the cold cellar that says 0 days since last trap worked.
There is a cabinet in the corner of this cellar. It looks oddly familiar.
It is laughing with glee.
Because it is in on the joke.
We descend back up the stairs. This part is warmer here.
We return to the lemonade stand. Dan sits here.
But now, 1 nickel has been misplaced.
It falls off the top of the uneven stack that it's on, rolls down the lemonade table, falls onto the ground, and rolls into the hole where the spiral staircase is.
At the hole of the spiral staircase are gifts that the cul-de-sac occupants have left in fear of the monster that lives underneath it.
They've left whole turkeys. They've left their dog leashes.
There's a pile of math books here.
A waffle maker.
A refrigerator with their child's paintings on it.
Half of a kilt.
A family photo.
Alphabet magnets.
There's a bone that's just a little too big to be like a dog bone.
Alphabet soup.
Grandpa.
Space Jam bed sheets.
Superhero stuff.
Cheerios.
Grandpa's wheelchair is over here.
My pom-pom.
Very, very kicks. So you get the idea that there's a lot of stuff around there. We can stop.
An elephant. Skittles.
Jeff Killen.
There is There's a Duncan silver bullet yo-yo.
13 army soldiers.
A life-size Silver Surfer action figure.
Analog and digital clocks.
Seeds for daffodils. Not daffodils, but daffodil seeds.
A Power Mac like the first generation.
Jeff's lost sense of fun.
All of this stuff is piled around the sides of the hole where the spiral staircase is, and somehow this nickel fell off the table and rolled through the only hole in this enormous pile of stuff.
We follow it down the spiral staircase. The nickel gets colder here. It gets colder.
As it gets colder, the nickel gets more brittle.
Thomas Jefferson is shivering on the nickel.
Thomas Jefferson thinks of how this feeling is all too familiar to him.
Thomas Jefferson thinks of Valley Forge, even though he wasn't there.
Thomas Jefferson imagines himself standing at the front of the boat.
George Washington is behind him, kind of like scared.
He's giving George Washington the finger.
There's a bunch of other constipated-looking white dudes behind them.
We cut back to the nickel rolling down the spiral staircase.
It finally reaches the floor and it stops and spins.
The girl, standing there in the cardigan, looks down and reaches down to pick it up.
The warmth of her fingers warms the nickel.
The ice around Jefferson begins to melt.
Is he back? Oh, he's back.
As the ice melts on the nickel, the curse has been broken. The chapstick moves closer to her chapped lips.
The cap comes off and smears itself.
Oh, sweet relief she feels for the first time in centuries.
It is so very cherry.
The cherry feeling goes down her throat and into her stomach and fills up her whole body with a sweet cherry warmth.
A rosy color begins to emanate out from her lips and returns color to the rest of her white body.
Thomas Jefferson's like, what the fuck is going on?
The cabinet is displeased with what's happening. It never planned for this occurrence.
The girl stops floating and puts her feet on the ground once again.
A look of determination covers her face. She starts stomping up the spiral staircase.
She's getting warmer. And
Warmer.
warmer.
Thomas Jefferson is
Warmer.
not following. Thomas Jefferson
Warmer.
cannot move.
Warmer.
Thomas Jefferson wouldn't follow anyway because Thomas Jefferson doesn't follow anyone.
Warmer. 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 There's a ray of sun.
Warmer.
She finally reaches the lemonade stand, but she realizes she doesn't have a nickel to pay for the lemonade. So she goes back down the stairs.
Colder. There's no more sunlight. Colder.
She pulls off Thomas Jefferson.
And he's giving her the middle finger.
So she turns around and goes up the spiral staircase.
She gets warmer.
Beads of sweater dripping down her face.
Warmer. It's nighttime now, so there's no sunlight.
But she breaches the earth.
The lemonade stand is gone.
And so are the piles of gifts.
For once in many months, the lights of the cul-de-sac are turned down as the occupants are able to sleep in peace.
There's absolute silence.
She finally realizes she was the monster all along.
Tears begin to blend with the sweat on her face.
They drip down onto the ground in front of her.
Her lips, no longer chapped, taste salty.
As they drip down, they form into a plaque.
It says, Jean, you monster.
It's not fair.
It's not, Jean.
It's not fair,
It's
Jean.
never been fair.
Jean, I'm so sorry, Jean.
Sucks, Jean.
They've never loved me.
They don't understand you.
They fear you, Jean.
It's probably an accurate description of your character.
Maybe you are a monster. We don't know.
Just wish I could wash everything clean, right, Jean?
I mean, we're all monsters, really.
What is a monster, Jean?
Even monsters deserve lemonade.
Do the monsters look like us, walk like us, talk like us?
If you prick them, do they not bleed? If you tickle them, do they not laugh?
Dan watches this from outside one of the cul-de-sac windows. He feels a strange empathy with the once monster that riddled the town.
The monster starts trudging back down the stairs of the spiral staircase, and Dan watches her leave.
Colder, colder, colder.
All that's left now is the hole and the plaque.
Dan now returns into his house, which is a nice living room, well dimly lit.
But it's got like a healthy glow of incandescent lights, but they're sort of dimmed.
He doesn't really like the interior decorating. Perhaps he'll put it all under construction at some point.
There's multiple pictures of Dan on the wall in various stages of his life. One of him as a little baby, one of him at his first day of school, one of him at graduation, etc.
There's another man standing in the doorway between the kitchen and the living room. Right here.
The man is holding a plaque that says Dan.
He's wearing a limousine driver's skin.
It's bleeding.
It doesn't fit quite right. They didn't have his size.
He was in a hurry. He had to grab the closest limousine driver to his body type that was around.
And if he had more time, he totally would have gotten it tailored, but of course, there was just no time.
Look, it's really hard to find skin these days, especially if you want to be a limo driver.
And
He
hey-
already had the car.
Hey, it's something warm.
Right. That guy wasn't really using it anyway.
The limousine driver walks the plaque slowly over to Dan.
The skinless body lies right here.
He's fine. He's good.
He's actually feeling pretty well.
It's a nice breeze.
The man makes eye contact with Dan, drops the plaque down to the ground, and it shatters.
Looking down at the plaque, this memory dissolves, and we're back at Dan looking at the broken plaque in the bathtub.
And now Jim knows that the trap has been sprung.
It's too late, Dan. Everyone knows it's too late. The nail clipper in the cabinet starts spinning. And spinning.
And spin.
Spinning and
Spinning.
spinning,
Spinning.
spinning.
Wants so badly to cut his long fingernails.
They've got ingrown nerves, but he doesn't care. What's a little pain, Dan?
His toenails click on the floor and he hates the sound, but it's all worth it, isn't it, Dan?
It makes you feel like a raptor, doesn't it, Dan?
Makes you feel like a clever girl.
Makes you feel like a monster.
Monster Dan.
Monster Dan.
Monster.
Is it so
You're a
bad being a
monster.
monster, Dan?
You want to be a monster, don't you?
No one wants to be a monster.
Even rapsters deserve lemonade.
And we see Dan's shoulders hunch. And we see his posture reach down towards the floor as he keeps rhythmically tapping his toenails.
And he grows a tail, which can be used to balance while he's running at high speeds.
And his tail is somehow connected to his beard hair, which is connected to his belly button hair.
The tail loops around too to complete the circuit.
He lets out a wild scream.
A placard drops down with a number that says it has been 0 days since last trap was sprung.
The dental floss vibrates because Jim is laughing. And Dan starts ascending the stairs, slowly tapping as he goes.
Thomas Jefferson is still in the bathroom.
When he reaches the top of the stairs. He greets a familiar lost love.
It's the little girl with the cardigan. And she's holding a plaque for him.
The flag says, "Monsters are we, monsters we be."
Don't even monsters deserve love and lemonade?
The little girl reaches her head around the tailed beard loop so she can be face to face with him.
And she reaches in and gives him a soft kiss.
Miranda, you must be done now. Please bring it forward.
Yes, we want to see it.
Thank you so much for coming. Next will be the bearded men. We'll give us some moments, please. Thank you to the bar and the tech booth and huge. Miranda, come, please.
It's not finished, but I got the main idea down. Oh, half of it fell off.
Oh, the post-its. I've seeming to think this might have been a bad idea.
Post-it notes.
No, art is bad idea.
No!
Alright, it's okay.
Art is temporary.
We'll just find some Mod Podge and we'll do it. Okay.
Please show us the painting.
Well, this is a combined person. It's the girl in the cardigan / Dan with his really long fingernails / you guys as painters. And then the tail levitating. And then I have monsters are we are monsters. Lemons, pictures of Dan, a wheelchair, a pogo stick, chapped lips, no fun, 5 cents, and a bone. But you guys were talking
Beautiful.
really fast.
Thank you. Miranda has created this masterpiece. You get to name it. What do you name this?
Minimalist. Catman.
I'm gonna Monsters Minimalist. Monsters
Monstermalist.
Monstermalist. And next week, what should our special item be?
Glitter. Eggs.
Starburst? We will take next week. We will have Starburst. Please come and see that art. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Bearded Men.